Can't hear us. I can't hear Sage. No. I hear me, but I don't hear you for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I hear you.
I hear you through Discord. I don't have the audio on.
Yeah.
This happened last time.
Yes, it's because my my headset got unplugged. My whole shit.
There we go. There's Sage.
Check. There we
We're
go.
good.
Excellent.
We're good.
Great. Thank you so
Oh,
much, Blue, for catching that.
Gotcha.
So I would likely not have for a while. Oh fuck, where was I? Okay. So welcome everyone into our Deadlands Blood Drive, Savage Worlds Deadlands Blood Drive stream. Tonight we're gonna be getting session 7 with uh not new to the channel, but new to the game. We're gonna start off. Welcome in, Lord Dad. It's good to have you back. How are you tonight?
I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad.
Excellent. We're so glad to have you back. We missed you. Didn't feel quite the same without you. But also with us are I guess our classic players,
Ronald.
returning heroes. We got Blue's Glitchy. How you doing, Blue?
Doing great. How y'all doing?
We got BB and Phil. How you doing, BB? Oh no.
I'm doing good.
And then we got
Yeah.
Stormy Dumplings. How you doing, Stormy?
Doing good.
Excellent. Tonight we're going to do a bit of a different intro here. We want to bring in our new character Zeke. Zeke, it's been shit time for you the last few weeks. Uh,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
prior to the big job of the gang, you ended up getting picked up. What happened there? You want to tell us a little bit about how you ended up getting separated from the group before the tragedy went down?
Oh,
Or
shit. What did I tell you?
okay, we can let me pull up the
uh,
details in here. With that.
okay. So I went. I'm playing pretty heavy gambler,
Mhm.
Zeke, and shortly before the big job, he just got into a poker game, and it went bad. Zeke caught one of the other players cheating, and wound up getting a lot of heat and drawing a lot of gunfire. And the girl that was with him, Miriam LaCroix, and I know it's pronounced LaCroix, but we're calling her LaCroix. Uh, wound up getting killed in that gunfight, and Zeke had to run and trying to keep heat away from the rest of the gang.
Yeah. Then a few days later, he found out about the how bad everything went, and it took a while for him to get the full reports, but eventually he deduced that there was probably still some survivors, and he set out to find them, and through a series of luck and well, bad luck mostly, because anytime you've attempted to sit down at a table or make money in the ways in which you're used to by gambling or swindling or however that is, you just basically had to run a bad luck. Every hand was bad. Every dice roll was bad. If you had tried to cheat at any point in time, you were almost immediately caught. And eventually, you found yourself funneled to a little town named Sutter's Flats, in near the border of Texas and Mexico. And you have very good reason to believe that some surviving members of your crew came through here about a little over a week ago, 10 days ago at this point. Um, and as you wander into town, it's not a very super big town, of course. You pretty much just have the police station, the post office, the bar, and a general store. At this point in time, it is sundown. The setting sun is casting a red light on everything, and I imagine you would make your way into the saloon because you're probably uh, could use a good drink and a good meal.
Right.
So you enter the saloon, and inside are a few people. You have someone standing behind the bar. BB, do you want to describe the person behind the bar?
Yeah, I am a middle-aged man, kind of staring off into the distance, kind of there, kind of present, kind of not. Just seems I seem bored with the whole atmosphere. Like I've kind of checked out mentally. But I'm watching for trouble. I'm just
Mhm.
here for right now.
And then there are a small selection of occupants at the table. At the table, there seems to be some sort of poker game going. You've got this well-dressed man in a bowler hat and a fancy-looking mustache, dealing out cards to a couple of other guys. One of them is this small, sort of squirrely-looking, sort of man. Seems to be very buddied up, and anytime he looks at this other gentleman, the well dressed gentleman, and he sort of gets a big smile on his face, and he seems really happy to be where he is. And the other guy at this table, Stormy, do you want to describe this person?
He's kind of a gruff looking man with a big bushy handlebar mustache, thick eyebrows, and just a long, thick nose that's kind of crooked.
Okay. Um, um, Zeke, what do you do when you enter this room? What's your first stop?
Uh, excuse me. Probably head straight to the bar, trying to find my friends here. Not particularly interested in the poker game right at the moment,
Mhm.
but I might stop at the table. I mean, do I even have any money right now?
Um, we can say you have a small amount of money. Maybe something you've managed to scrape together or hold off. Maybe a few bucks. It doesn't look well. A quick glance at the table, your gambling is high enough to tell you that it's not a super high stakes game. Seems to be mostly just for fun or to pass the time. Maybe maximum blind of like 50 cents at the very most. Um,
Oh,
so it's not too rich. Um, um, you approach the bar. What do you say to BB's character as you approach the bar?
uh, howdy, sir. You sure use a cold drink?
All right, what are you having?
I'll take a whiskey.
All right, whiskey on the rocks.
Thank you.
You have
We
ice?
got rocks.
How do you
Oh,
have ice? I don't think
I
you would
don't
have.
have ice. I
You,
have cold rocks.
it's a couple of
Like dug in the
rocks.
ground.
She goes and
Literal
gets them
rocks.
out of the river out back. They're chilled. Hey, it
Yeah.
works. There we go.
Dirt's
We filled it.
The
good
only
for
bar around here you'll find this in.
it.
Pretty fancy for such a small town.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So she exchanges the drink, and you exchange maybe a couple nickels for it. I don't know how much fucking things cost. Everything costs a nickel. And what do you do after that, Lore? You got your drink?
His video on Discord. I don't hear him. I don't hear him.
Me or Lore?
I see his hand. Oh wait,
Oh, there you
Yeah.
are.
There
you're
you go.
back.
Is it me?
There, you're back.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
can hear you
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So what do you do after you get your drink, Lore?
Oh God, I haven't done this in so long. Um,
Okay. Um.
Probably just look around the room, you know, survey the room, see who's all in here and what's going on.
Okay.
Anybody
Give me
eyeballing me?
give me a notice roll.
What notice?
So for skill rolls, you're gonna roll a fate die, which is a d6, and the die that you have associated with that skill, and you're gonna
Oh,
take the
so it'd
higher
be
of
a
the two.
D6. Oh, God dang it!
At D6, I lost mine too. It's gone.
That fell into the
I
void.
dropped it. I dropped it. It went under my desk. Dang it! All right. Sorry. Professional.
We're good.
Okay. 4, and the green one is the fate die, right?
Yeah, the green one. Yeah, I believe the fate die that I sent you was green. I can't remember, but I think so.
Yeah. It's a 2.
Okay, so that is a success. I will say you look over. You're sort of looking over the bar. Doesn't look like it gets a lot of traffic or anything like that. So, but you do see this other gentleman, the well dressed gentleman. He leans over to mousy looking feller and whispers something to him, and the mousy looking feller just sort of looks at him real and cocks head to the side, and the dandy you know, says go on, and this mousy looking fella comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, sir. My name is Reginald, and I come to invite you to sit with our good friend Mr. Phelps. He likes to meet everyone that comes into his town here, and you're a new face around here, and he'd like to invite you for a game. We'd be willing to spot you a couple bucks if you wanted to play."
Sure, yeah. I'm always up for a game.
Okay. So he leads you over, and you sit down with this man who's been identified as Mr. Phelps, and Phelps deals you out a few poker chips, about $1 worth or so, and a hand here. We'll sort of abstract the card game for now. We may do a gambling roll in a minute. But we'll see how it goes. And as he's dealing out the cards, he says, "Welcome, sir. What brings you around these here parts? It's a bit out of the way for most people. We don't get a lot of visitors here."
Well, I got separated from some friends of mine. I was hoping to find them.
That's
I think they
separated.
may be here.
That's separated from some friends of yours. Yeah, I do keep track of everyone who comes into the area. I'm a bit of the authority around here, so it's possible I might know who's coming in town. You got a name? Got names? Descriptions?
Uh, well, there's one woman and two men. One of them's the younger fella, barely a man. Probably didn't ain't grow a damn mustache yet. The other one, I think he's a little bit older. Mm.
Oh, I do say those. They do sound a little familiar. I believe we had yeah, some folks come through here about a week or so ago, wasn't it? He looks over at you, Stormy. You recall them fellers?
Hmm. I reckon I do. Wasn't here very long.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like they may have taken up with the local herder, a man by the name of Mr. Sutter. Unfortunately, of course, Mr. Sutter is a bit of a tyrant in these parts. He's refusing to do proper business with respectable businessmen. Of course, we've actually been having a bit of a problem in that area. You look like someone who knows how to solve a problem. Are you Mister? I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught your name.
Baker,
Baker.
Jesse Baker.
Uh, yeah. Phoebe, thank you so much for subscribing.
Try not to interrupt. Sorry.
You're good. Um,
What'd you say your name was?
Baker.
Jesse
Uh,
Baker.
Jesse Baker. Well, Mister Baker. Um, I got the
That's
impression
fine.
that to me, no offense, but I got the impression that your friends were a little road weary. Uh, it seems like they may have been taken advantage of by Mister Sutter, and well, I'm looking to increase my employment here, and I'm getting ready to make them their workers a better offer than Mister Sutter can offer them, and make the same offer to you. You looking for work, sir? After you find your friends?
I certainly wouldn't turn it down.
Well, it could be quite lucrative, especially for those who are willing to do things that are a little less than moral. Would you find yourself to be a man of questionable morals, Mister Baker?
Depends on what my morals need to be. What were the situation?
What's the price tag? You mean?
No, I mean situation. I'm not gonna hurt women or children.
Oh no, no,
For a
nobody will
fact.
be hurt. We're just looking to convince Mr. Sutter to sell. It's in his own best interest. This is a very valuable area, and he's been just downright stubborn, of course, and which is of course his right. But I'm just looking for some people to possibly help him see the light. I have plans of my own, of course, but I'm always looking for a few more pieces on the chessboard, you might say.
Mr. Phelps here is a businessman. All we do is simply offer him a deal they can't refuse.
Oh,
That sounds menacing.
And there is another matter. And he's reaching down to a small case that he keeps by his side when the door opens again. And Blue, describe the person that walks in the door this time.
One quick thing. As he's reaching for his case, my hand is standing near my gun.
Okay.
He's gonna pull something from my.
Stormy, give me a notice roll.
Sorry.
Notice.
Your notice would be a D6.
That'd be a 3.
It's okay. The door opens and another person enters. Blue, describe the person who enters.
Middle-aged man, little on the younger of the middle, not so much middle, but not too young, walks in, dressed in, not too shabby of clothes, but you can definitely tell he's been walking a little bit. Got a little messenger bag around his side.
Bayou Vermilion insignia on it.
Definitely.
Do I know what Bayou Vermilion is?
I feel like you would. They're wide enough range that I feel like you would know
Pretty
them.
well known around these parts.
They're one of the major railroads. They were one of the big pushers during the rail wars a few years ago. That they own basically this stake in the rail stake in this area, or at the very least most of the land stake in this area for rails. Yeah. And everybody else at the table also has the Bayou Vermilion insignia on them at somewhere.
And another question: what was the name of the railroad we were going to rob?
The railroad you were going to rob. It was not Bayou Vermilion. I don't know. Did I establish that?
I don't even know if we did. I don't have.
Don't think you did.
Check my notes here. It was. I can tell you that it wouldn't have been Bayou, and it definitely wouldn't have been Hellstrom or the Vasich. Be one of the other ones, but not either one of these. Not Bayou. Bayou runs mostly like through Louisiana and lower Texas and stuff. You guys probably would have been somewhere near the Chicago line, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right.
Minneapolis to New Orleans. So it'd be
All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm not about to get set up here.
No. Okay, Blue, do you have something you want to do as you enter this room?
Absolutely. I'm gonna walk up to the bartender and I'm gonna, kindly nod my little hat and be like, "Bonjour, mon cher. Is there any way you have a Mr. Phelps here in your presence? I'm looking for delivering a package to him."
It's you, BB.
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't
Oh wait,
think?
no, Mr. Phelps.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sorry, I thought you meant do you have a package for Mr. Phelps?
Oh,
Mr. Phelps
no, I'm
is
carrying the package, honey.
yeah, he's over there.
Oh, thank you
And
kindly, honey.
yeah, you turn around and you see the dandy man, and he's got his hands up. He says, "I believe you have something for me, young man."
Y- Yes, absolutely, good sir. I sure do. I have a little bit of information for you. I got you this little package here, and can I get you to sign for it? This is how we got to do things with Vermilion. They're all about their paperwork.
You
We
hand
like
over.
keeping our.
Yeah, he'll take whatever you're offering and sign it for you. And says, "What's your name, son?"
Oh, my name's Steve, sir.
Steve. He pulls out a little notebook and jots that down.
Yeah, I've been working for about 3 years with Vermilion. I'm pretty proud of it.
3 years. How long are you sticking around? I might have some outgoing to send back to base.
You were the last message I had to deliver, so sir, I'm probably gonna be hanging around here, catching my breath for a bit. So I might be around.
Have yourself a seat. We'll do you on the next hand if you don't mind.
Sounds mighty kind of you. I've been weary from this walk. Good time to sit down.
So yes, he takes the packages and opens it and says, "Oh yes, it seemed." He opens it in a way that he's attempting to obfuscate it from anyone else. He just sort of peeks it, cracks it open a little bit, and nods to himself and sets it back down. And then he pulls that suitcase up or that case up and sets it on the table. He says, "Now, Mr. Baker, was it? I believe
Yes,
we were
sir.
in the middle of making a deal. There is a matter which came to my attention a few weeks ago after your friends came through town. I, of course, did some calling around, and I found something a little interesting." Clicks both the little tabs up and sets 3 bounty posters on the table with your friends' faces on. Now,
Well,
as I said, I am no stranger to working with those with questionable morals, which, you know, I did surmise, of course, once you mentioned who you were looking for. I figured that these are your friends, correct?
yeah, that would be them.
Yeah.
What do the one posters say?
Um,
What,
um, they're wanted. There's no details. The wanted posters that I sent you guys are not necessarily canon. It's just wanted in acts of high theft or something like that. Um, call the Bayou Vermilion Rail Company for more information. He says now these 3 folks here were sent out on the wire to all the major railroads. Hellstrom Industries, the big cats, the big dogs on the walk. Apparently, they are very interested in seeing them. One of my associates from Hellstrom actually sent me these, along with another little package a few weeks ago. Might have something wheeling and dealing there, but yes, it's. I might be able to make this go away, or possibly convince somebody that they are no longer a threat. If perhaps you could convince your friends to work with the Bayou Vermilion Rail Company to acquire Mr. Sutter's lands.
well, sir, they are their own people. All they can do is try.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know where they are. This little meeting between us can stay just between us, but for now. But I would suggest that if you want to find them, you can find them. Uh, you know, nearby. I'll show you where you can find it. But pass the message along. Tell them I'd like to meet with them and have a little jaw about how we can all make a little profit from this situation.
Can you give me a little bit more details about this job?
Oh, it's like I said, I'm just attempting to convince Mister Sutter to sell this land. I do have to keep some of the details a secret. Unfortunately, they are proprietary. But rest assured that no innocence will meet their end at my hands. And if everything works out well, then everyone's lives will be a little bit richer.
That sounds mighty fine, sir. We'll see what we see.
Okay. Um, Blue, I want you to give me a notice roll
Got it. Oh god. Oh wow, it's weird. Sorry.
with your new step.
My stats, I figured. Okay. 3 and a 4. Oh wait, no. Yeah, just a 3.
3.
Probably,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So you clock that Phelps says that he's working with he's been talking to somebody at Hellstrom Industries.
Yeah, I
Is
caught that. I was like, I
Mhm.
even wrote it down. I was like,
Yeah, I got that too.
um he says also I have something else in this package I want to give you. In this case, I want to give you, and he takes out a little vial of liquid. And he's like, I would like you to see if you could find a way to slip this into Mr. Sutter's meals or his drinks or something like that. It's not a poison, I assure you. All it is just a little bit. It'll make him a little less cognizant.
Okay,
Would you be amenable to that?
I could be.
Excellent. Um, I real quick, I want to Blue. Your character has a mission here. Is there anything that you want to do with your character before we move on to sort of the next thing?
Kind of like didn't know how it was going to play out, but I was going to kind of wait for a moment and be like,
Mhm.
well, on my way down here, I heard there was some trouble on the rail lines. Like, what's going on with that? Like, I thought our lines were pretty well protected and secured. Like, nobody else uses our line.
Well, there have been some unfortunate circumstances. Unfortunately, we did have an incident about a month or so ago. It's just a sickness ran rampant through our boys. It was pretty bad. You remember that, don't you? He uh, motions to you, Stormy.
Terrible thing.
Terrible thing. Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. So, yeah, we did have a little bit of some delays, but it's been caught up. We're getting caught up, and I'm working on this plan here. You're asking a lot of questions for a messenger, boy. It's a weird question.
Oh, hon, I was there's not a lot to look out on the road, so you
Hmm.
just listen and hear as you're walking. You know what we do in Vermilion. You know it's our job just to keep an eye out on things. We're all the eyes and ears. We're all paid to do our job. You know what I'm saying?
He sort of gives
Alright,
And
let's
this.
get
like I said, I'm still under 5 years, honey. I want to at least make it to the 5 year mark and try and get something better than a messenger job.
what's the equivalent of an insight check?
Um. Oh boy.
Yes.
I think it would be.
Let's
Um.
see.
Notice? Probably
Do
not.
I was gonna
notice
say
or
notice
smarts,
or
or I
yeah, I
believe
was gonna
there's a
say
psychology, but I don't think anybody has psychology. I
Oh,
would
I'll take
take notice or
psychology.
smarts.
Okay. Uh, I feel like, well, they both be the same, so what's a D6? 3, 2 on the face.
Okay. Do you want to spend that? That is not a success. Would you like to spend a penny to reroll?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, you start with 3 bennies, right? Normally.
Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
sir.
yes. You have an edge that gives you an extra one, don't you? Okay. I'll give you that back, and
Yeah, yeah,
you can spend one. Now you're at 3.
yeah. All right. 3, 4 on fate.
Okay. So that is a success. You are. Who are you? What do you want to do? Like, are you trying to read more of Phelps, or just a general idea of the situation? What's
Uh, trying to get general idea of the situation.
okay?
Is the messenger on the up and up? Is Mr. Phelps
So Mr.
playing
Phelps,
straight?
I can give you Mr. Phelps for free. Mr. Phelps, he's got that air about him. He's in complete control of the situation. He he's that type of person who feels he's better than everyone else in the room. Um, and I would say with your 4, you can definitely glean a little bit that Blue's character is, trying to get at something. Not necessarily that she's necessarily hiding anything, but her questions are not just innocent questions, or his questions are not just innocent questions, and he's trying to get at something. And you can see that Mr. Phelps also immediately clocked that. I'll give you that with your 4 as well.
He's jumpy. He's a jumpy Phelps.
He says, "Well, interesting. Well, since we are, newer, you are the newer to the area, I would like to propose a toast. Barkeep,
Yeah.
bring in my special bottle, please. Would you?
The special bottle.
Yes, my special bottle. You know, the one I gave you to keep behind the bar.
Well, I have a couple special bottles. You told me to keep you a couple.
The blue one.
The blue one.
The blue
You sure?
What?
All right.
I ain't never seen no blue liquor before.
the bottle. It's got a blue label. I'm sorry, it's got a blue label on it. Whatever. Just kidding.
I
Um,
don't know if blue courage
Why
counts
don't
as
you
that
just
shit.
pour the drinks, okay?
I'll
I don't
pour 'em
necessarily.
2 blue liqueurs on the rocks.
Okay. Just more rocks.
I'm so
More
excited
gra-
about these. I
Just
got
gotta
these
just
Hey,
rocks coming in. Hold on now. I
hey,
heard about these too on the
Google,
railroad walking in.
when is this supposed to be taking place? Because ice boxes were used, Google says, starting from like the 30s to 1830s, 1840s.
yeah, they might have been in like cities and stuff with like electric
Hey,
infrastructure to support them.
I run a nice establishment around here. Just because
There's
we're on the edge of civilization does not mean I can't have an icebox brought in by horse and carriage.
Like the cold river idea with the rocks. I was like, that's cool.
I
Oh,
don't
we have all
I
the rocks
I
around
you
here.
sorry
I
this
promise
Maybe.
no
all
you
the
don't
rocks.
have an ice box. You have a bucket of rocks that you keep in a little hole underneath the thing so that they're a little bit colder. You just have
Fine.
a bucket of gravel.
I'm pretty sure that would be like a
Yeah.
room and not an actual
No, not
refrigerator.
gravel. They have to
It sounds
be
refreshing.
clean rocks.
Barkeep,
Like river
you get
stones.
one of those mineral
River
scotch.
stone
The
rocks,
rocks are clean, the liquor is not.
probably. Okay, anyway, here are your drinks. I didn't mean to go on a tangent.
Yes. He motions to the sycophant to go get the drinks, and I'm going to give everyone a notice roll as he does that. Hello? Did I lose? Uh-oh. Hold on. I have no audio. Why do I not have any audio? Okay. Excuse you? Check, check, check. What the fuck?
What's in here? I don't remember putting
Where
it in
did
here.
this come from? Oh, you found it. Hey. There you
Hello.
go. There he is.
I forgot what we were doing. I think I poured some drink.
All right, we are back.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
getting poisoned.
Somebody, you poured some drinks. The Weasley looking guy went over and got the drinks, and you all are rolling notice rolls. So tell me what you got.
D6. Yeah. I got a 4. Ooh, yeah.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it notice 6?
yes.
Yes.
For most
Swag.
people.
Yeah.
5.
I'm looking. Oh, I found it.
Okay.
6, 5 on fate.
6-5 on fate.
Look. A 4
We
and a
don't
4
get
on the
fate
fate.
because
Okay.
we're people.
So everybody clocks the Weasley guy so there's enough drink. He gets how many people got at the table? Phelps, the Weasley guy,
There's
Stormy, you.
there's
Okay,
20, so
five
34?
drinks, 5 shots. The Weasley guy puts something in one of them. And then everyone but Zeke loses track of which one he puts them in. I'm going to tell Zeke which one gets served the drink with something in them. Give me just a moment.
Oh, no. Oh, snap.
Ha ha ha.
Snap, ladies and gentlemen. What's going down?
Wait,
Like
he's
these
gonna.
sound
He's
clutches.
he's gonna lose track of where
You guys
the
lose track of which drink you put in. You saw him put something in one of the drinks, but when he's serving them, you guys ended up losing track of which one of where that drink specifically went.
right.
So it's a bit of a
Right.
Russian roulette at this point. And Phelps holds up the drink and says, "To Bayou Vermilion, and may all her endeavors be fruitful."
The Weasley guy's his like underling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
Here
Making
we
sure.
go.
I was like, I didn't know if someone else was described as Weasley. I didn't forgot how it described me for a second.
What's that?
where's that person sitting in relation to me? Next
I
to
would
me?
say, I'll tell you what.
Mm.
There's 5 people at this table. Roll me a d6, Blue.
Got a 6. Now.
Okay. Crap, I already gave it away, didn't I? Sitting on the 2 seats down from you, between you and him, this person is Phelps, the Weasley guy, and then this person, Blue, and then Stormy's character, and then back around to you. So I guess technically 1, but they're not within arm's reach of you.
So tell me something, Mr. Phelps.
Well, you have a
I
toast in
don't
the
pick
air,
up the
sir.
drink. I don't care, sir.
Mhm.
Am I going to be able to trust you as you're trying to poison this fella here?
Oh, Mr. Baker.
B, sir. Is that true?
Mr. Baker, I understand that I understand a bit of mistrust, and I apologize, of course, if you felt that this mistrust was in any way aimed at you. However, a man must do what a man must do to ensure his business interests. And he looks over at Stormy and says, "Our new friend here would like to take their drink, please."
Drink up.
He's motioning specifically to the messenger, to Blue.
Secret to good comedy. Bolts out the door. No, I'm just kidding.
Miss, what did you say your name was, Stormy?
Name's Jack.
Jack, would you mind very much, please?
Yes, sir.
Um,
Stand up,
Jack.
grab my hat off the chair, and give chase.
I'm arresting her, buddy. I run.
All right,
Ain't faster than a bullet, buddy.
all right, BB, what do you do as this is happening?
I think I'm just watching it all unfold. I have no invested
Wiping
interest
the bar
yet.
down.
Okay, I think Stormy's pulling a gun and getting ready to fire in your saloon.
Is he not? He's not pointing at me though.
Just saying. Okay,
I'll put my hand. I'll start walking over and reaching my hand around the bar for something.
okay. Stormy, you said you're going to try to take a shot at Blue.
Well, I thought we were running out of the saloon.
Oh, she's running out. I thought you said you were going to take a shot at her. I think something about. Okay, if you're chasing her down,
I'm giving chase, but he is faster than me, so I'm probably gonna have to shoot him.
okay.
Right.
Oh shit!
before you take the shot, there's something.
What?
Trying to figure out how noticeable is magic in this setting.
So magic is very subtle here. Most people wouldn't notice that your magic is something that you're still coming to terms with and how to use. But most of the time, for you, it'd be something like I forget what your power set is, but it's like your character sheet up here.
Empathy is what I'm looking at.
Empathy. I feel like that would empathy would probably work. Mostly like unnoticeable for you. For most people, you just sort of talk and spend some PowerPoints on it, and it like however that works for you.
Mr. Phelps, are you sure you need to kill him? And I will be trying to use his spell. His
Okay.
magic.
Empathy. Let me pull that up here.
Empathy is
A successful
First magic used in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
I was about to say I forgot we even had magic.
I know.
Well, Stormy is
Yeah.
technically a magic user as well.
I don't think I am.
What do you think all that gas is?
Yes, it is. True that.
I just thought it
One
was
power
science.
point.
Okay.
Range is smart. Duration is 5, whatever that means.
5 rounds, I think. I guess I don't know. Successful
Yeah, I gotta speed
arcane
up.
skill. Okay, so roll your arcane skill.
Shit, what's my arcane skill?
Arcane skill for a huckster is
Spellcasting D6.
spellcasting. So, and then I'm gonna roll Phelps' smarts.
Wait, so
Okay.
why are you chasing the messenger?
Because he figured
Because
out I'm onto his shit.
Asking too many questions.
Yeah.
I got 6-4 on fate.
I'm gonna spend Mr. Phelps'
Yeah.
Benny here.
Damn.
Damn.
Better.
I'm gonna spend one of my bennies here.
You spent one of your bennies. Damn.
5 on the
them
fate,
all.
or 5 on the die.
Big
Mm.
spender.
Oh, a 6 on the fate. So what'd you get, Lore?
6-4 on
6?
fate.
Okay. Let's see here. Use the caster +1 bonus with +2 with a raise. I'd say meets it, beats it, so I'll count that as a success here. Meaning that you get a +1 bonus to your persuasion roll now.
Okay. Now, Mr. Phelps, I understand that he was being a bit nosy, but why didn't you kill him?
Oh, I don't plan on killing him. I want him to take his drink.
What's in the drink, sir?
Just a little insurance policy a friend of mine cooked up for me.
Oh, that's
We
ominous.
still don't know who
That's suspicious.
who has the poison, right?
I think you could have figured it out by this point.
I was gonna say, I think it's me.
Yeah.
The guy running away. Steve, Blue Skidoo, weekend too.
Okay.
Okay,
What'd you
just
get for
making
your
sure.
persuasion?
Who? Me?
You.
Oh.
Yeah, you get a +1 on a bonus on a persuasion roll with empathy.
Okay.
On all persuasion rolls against him.
Okay.
You.
D6. Oh, that's not good. 2, 4 on fate, +1,
Benny.
that'd be 3.
Spend a Benny.
I will be spending a Benny on that, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Benny. Benny.
That's better. What is the symbol? Is that a 6? Yes. 4, 6 on the fate. So
Ayo.
Okay. So that is a success, and like he said, well, Mr. Baker, I do not intend on killing this man. I just have a little bit of an insurance policy that I'd like to give all my men. You consider a bit of an inoculation. There is a sickness going around, of course, and I want to just make sure that my men are at their best. You'll notice that I of course, did not did you a courtesy. I'm not giving you this. I'll let you decide if it's something that you want to take. But of course, that is just you know the price that one pays for being in my service.
I see.
Okay, we're going to cut to outside here as Blue's character. What's your character's name?
Steve.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'll use your regular cards here. What we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a chase. I'm going to say that Stormy or Blue has a 2-card lead.
Oh dear God, we're doing it with cards.
Mhm.
Oh no. Had my dice all warmed up and ready.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
He's
Okay.
nervous. Vomit on his shirt.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Okay. So this is both our initiative and sort of the chase tracker here. This will determine sort of the order that we go. Blue technically is would technically in a narrative sense be going first, but well, she would in the regular sense too because she got the highest card. So Blue, you're going to be making some sort of roll to try to escape as you rush out the door. you see 4 more men, Bayou Pavilion men, lining the opposite side of the street. They're just sort of leaning on the post, watching the door. So you can either go, north or south, north towards the ranch, or south towards the border. You can try to bowl through these through this line of men. You got this big hoss coming at you behind you. What's your plan here?
Gonna go north toward the ranch.
Okay, so you're gonna run out. Give me an athletics check as you sort of reorient yourself, trying to head that way. See how that goes.
Oh, a 7. No, let's go.
Let's go.
7. Okay.
Let's fucking go.
So you rush out of the door and start heading north up to the ranch. Now it is a bit of a jaunt. It was about a 30-minute ride on horseback to the ranch, so you're not going to be able to get there anytime soon. But
Figure it's
right
closer than the
hot
border.
on your heels is Doc, and the Doc or not Doc. What'd you say your name was, Stormy?
Jack.
Jack. So Jack is chasing Steve out the door. You see him, turn and run here. What is your plan once you get out the door? Are you gonna try to run him down? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run out the door and shoot him in the leg.
Okay.
You're gonna try and shoot me in the leg.
Give me a shooting roll then.
Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine.
That's a 6.
That is a hit. Roll 2d6 plus 1.
No! Leave me alone! You can't touch me. Can't touch this thing.
It's gonna be
No,
6
no, no.
altogether.
6 altogether. All right. So that is
I'm
that
gonna die
overcomes
here.
the toughness, and you are now shaken, and you have a wound, meaning that you drop back in the order here.
I'm gimping.
And
You
you do
bastard!
not actually have any bennies, so you cannot spend any bennies to overcome this.
Has 3 bennies. They're right there.
Those are not your bennies; those are Camilla's bennies. Okay. So you take a shot, and that's we'll say it clips you through the upper meat of your thigh there. It slows you down but doesn't stop you. You're still booking it. What do you want to do? Do you want to try to find some cover, serpentine? What's your plan there?
Yeah, serpentine a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not running a straight line.
Give me an agility roll then.
Oh God, we're not losing the D8. Where is it? 7.
Okay. So I will give you a light cover, meaning that you have +2. But you're still that does slow you down a little bit. So I'm gonna give Jack a bonus on whatever his next roll is to try to catch up with you. What are you gonna do, Jack?
Oh, a 7 out of an 8. Damn.
Well, while she's serpentining, I'm gonna sprint in a straight line and gain some ground before I take another shot.
Okay. Give me an athletics roll.
Athletics D6.
I had to pick the mess. You're not supposed to shoot the messenger,
That's a
dude.
3.
That's a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a failure. Looks like she might get away if she can get another success here. Let's see here. How many successes does Blue need to get away, or how many cards ahead does she need to be? 1 more card ahead, so we're going to put that there. Okay. So since this is pretty much a back and forth thing, you managed to find some cover. Looks like the maybe you ran through some brush or some debris here, and it actually slowed him down a little bit. He wasn't unable to maneuver around it so much. So what would you like to do at this point, Blue?
I'm
Just
gonna
keep
take. There's
running.
not much more brush to run and hide in.
It will be more tricky. Doing the same thing multiple times in a row does raise the difficulty of it. So
All right, let's run then. Let's run. We'll run
Okay.
like Forrest.
give me an athletics roll then.
6.
6. Okay.
A 6. 6. Raw.
All right, Jack. What do you want to do to try to catch up to her? Him.
Well, being as he's that far ahead, and the only way to catch him is through brush, or to take the long way and lose even more ground, I'm just gonna open fire on him.
Okay. As you lift your gun, I want you to give me a notice roll real quick.
That's 6.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you sort of assess the situation, and with the distance that she has, you feel like probably switching to your rifle would be better at this point in time. So you go ahead and do that real quick. You have the quick draw feat, so you can do that. Go ahead and give me a shooting roll.
That's another 6.
Okay. So that oh shit, I forgot you were shaken and wounded. You probably should have taken some detriments to your last roll there, Blue. My bad. So yeah, I will say that you remove her cover, but you don't actually manage to do any wounds to her. Blue, you are you're running and running forward, and then you see you begin to realize how much control Phelps actually has over the area, because as you're running north, you see a few men on horseback move in front of you on the road, and they've got they've got rifles.
Am I armed at all? Do I
Yeah.
have a gun?
You have your stat block. You have everything on your stat block. And they call out, "You better stand down. Mr. Phelps just wants to share a drink with you."
You drink it first.
We already did.
That's what's wrong with y'all. You drank the juice. Supposed to drink the juice. So what happens if I drink this here liquid, this shot here? What's the catch?
Oh, no catch. It's just sort of a little ritual we do around here.
Well, what changed about you before and after?
Wait, are you carrying the shot glass with you?
No, I imagine she left. I don't want. I don't want it, but I don't want to waste it.
Don't go home.
Hey, get thirsty out here.
So are you going to try to like talk these people out of your way, because you're running? You don't have a lot of time to talk. This is not like a conversation moment. If you're going to stop and talk to them,
Close to the
you are
ranch.
pretty far. You would have to break line of sight. It's not one of those things. You're not going to be able to run straight there. You're going to have to try to break line.
What's the likelihood of somebody from the ranch hearing all that commotion?
I mean, you wouldn't have any way to know that.
No.
Possibly there could be.
You're right.
They are close enough that maybe they might hear some gunshots, but that might not be unusual in this area. That might not ring any bells or raise any
All right,
alarms.
buddy, I'll tell you what. I'd come back and drink that drink. I wouldn't have had a problem with that drink, except for that one guy started talking about it like it was poison. So why naturally ran. And now I've been shot at, so I don't really naturally want to come with you too kindly, but I will if that's the only way out of this situation and not get shot at by Jack back there.
Okay. I'm gonna make that a persuasion roll then. And
I was persuaded.
I'm a persuasive bitch.
Yes. I was sold.
Persuasion?
Yep. Or
Spare
what do you got
sunlight returning
here? This
from-
stat block doesn't.
I
Oh, it
got
does. D6. It's D6.
D6. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. 6.
Okay. I will say that you you managed to convince them not to shoot you, but it seems like there's something something a bit more. They're not going to stand down, but they're also not going to shoot you. You have a bit of a moment. It seems like you've maybe distracted them a little bit. You could try to make a break next time, but for not making any movement to try to get away from Steve, he's caught up to you a little bit. So, or not
I'm
from
screaming.
Jack. Jack, what do you do? You see that he's stopped and he's got this roadblock in front of him.
I slow down and stop making it like a chase.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like lean my rifle over my shoulder and just slowly walk up. Come on, little rabbit. Let's go get a drink.
Give me an intimidation roll,
I want to drink this shit.
and I'll give you a +1 on that one for the situation.
Of course, he gets a +1. Such my
Right?
It still ended up only being
A
a 2.
bear.
Still ended up only being a 2. Jesus Christ, you need to roll better, Stormy. Okay, so you've got this guy behind you. You've got these guys in front of you. If you want to try to get out of the situation, it is going to be a bit more difficult than it has been previously. So what would you like to do, Blue? Real quick, actually, put a pause on that. Think about that for a second. We're going to go back to the bar here. Zeke, what do you do the moment Jack and Steve rush out of the bar?
Well, that's when I cast a spell,
Mm-hmm.
and was trying to talk Felt down from killing this guy.
Oh, like I said, I have no intention of killing this young man. It could be a valuable asset. I am not one to burn an asset so readily, of course.
Then you hear the first gunshot.
Yep. Bam. Now, wounding is not exactly out of the way. But you know,
That's
Jack,
fair
he
enough.
knows his business.
Right.
Listen, I understand this is a real shady situation. I do not doubt you. I do not hold it against you for for your hesitance to trust in this situation. However, it's just a normal business matter between me and some associates. I assure you that should you just stand back and witness the events tonight, I promise you'll have a greater appreciation for my work here in this area.
Gee, is
Bang.
this liquid that you gave me
Hmm?
the same thing you put in his drink?
No. That's entirely separate. It's
No, he giving you the option.
it is related, I will say, but that's about the most I can say at this time. You can think of the liquid that I gave you as sort of a fertilizer, to say the word.
Whoa.
This is how
It's
this shit's
it's
happening.
it's gonna help. It's gonna help grow something very special for Mr. Sutter.
Holy shit! No!
Now I know why the liquor was blue.
No, y'all! Oh, fuck!
You
Interesting.
got that miracle grow.
Got that miracle grow. That ain't no shit. Damn.
I'll put that in my pocket. Try to wrap it up into gloves or something to stay safe.
Okay.
If he's giving it to me.
And of course, it is yours to do with as you will. But should that manage to find its way into something that Mr. Sutter imbibes, then well, I could see my way to a sizable fund for you, and of course the previous deal. Should we manage to acquire Mr. Sutter's assets, I will do everything in my power to wipe you and your friends' slates clean, as it were.
Yeah, that's fairly
Mm.
reasonable.
Now let's go check on the situation outside. Come with me, and we're gonna
Get
go.
out!
We're gonna go back.
No!
S- Steve, what are you doing?
You say B or blue?
I said Steve.
Oh, Steve. Oh, did not come out with a stuh at all. Well, this rabbit can't really run to the ranch. There's horses now and a gun.
Mhm.
I've been shot.
I will
And
say,
little fucking Alice in Wonderland back here is trying to get me to come back to the fucking magic hat. I'm probably gonna have to go back with Jack. Be like, all right, if I don't die, because let me tell y'all, it ain't gonna be good if I don't come back with a full report of my deliveries.
oh,
Not gonna
I
look
have
good.
every intention of sending you back. I have some very important people I wish for you to deliver a package to. You are a messenger, are you not?
I am the messenger. You're not supposed to shoot the messenger, are you? But looky here. Here we stand. I'm shot. I'm
Mm,
bleeding. I'm pissed.
I do
Amen.
apologize. However, sometimes when a child gets out of order, you have to raise a strong hand to them. And I
Now,
apologize that you
child.
had to meet that strong hand, of course. But I feel like we can work together as long as you are willing to work with us. And he walks up to you and holds out the shot glass.
I fucking take it and I fucking drink the shit.
Okay.
I flip him off as I do it.
Mm,
There.
at first, nothing
Down
happens.
there.
It takes a minute, and you're standing there. It feels it's pretty good. It's pretty tasty whiskey. There is a bit of a grittiness to it, but that's probably the rocks.
Hey, if I
That
swallow
right.
stones in
Them
this
that serves rocks are good in here. I'd help that piece of shit drink go down. Tell you what, you lucky he putting rocks in there.
um, BB, did your character happen to come along, or did they stay in the bar? What is
I'm back behind the bar. Remember,
okay.
I'm reaching back there.
I didn't know if because this scene has moved out into the streets. I didn't know if you wanted to keep monitoring it.
The doors are open. I can
Okay.
kind of see there's commotion. I just don't know what commotion. I'm not really liking it. Got my eye on Phelps, about to give him
Mhm.
a earful.
And he says, "I promise you that as long as as long as you abide by my word, we'll all be as wonderful as daisies."
Daisy.
And when he says daisies, something happens in your head, Blue, and I want you to make a spirit roll. And I want you, BB, to make a notice roll to see if you hear him say this word.
Oh, okay. What is my notice? 6?
Yep.
Okay.
8.
Oh, yeah.
8.
Ooh, I got a 1 and a 2 on the spirit die.
Okay. So you immediately get sick, Blue. You immediately turn over and vomit, and you feel like your sinuses are
Teacher.
inflamed. But and you feel like something is attacking your mind and like fucking with your head. You're seeing all kinds of crazy shit, ghosts, demons, or whatever have you.
Ooh.
For a little bit, you are freaking the fuck out. Arthur,
Yeah.
you were reaching for that gun, and then
Mhm.
you feel your hand grip around the grip of the gun and set it up on the table, completely of your outside of your own will. In fact, your whole body at this point is moving outside of your own will. It's like you are this voice trapped in your own head while somebody else pilots it. Sets it down on the counter, and then you walk stutter step out into the yard, out into the street, along with some other people, everyone else around you, all the workers, maybe a dozen or so men that were on this street, also sort of straighten up when he says this word Daisy. Everyone except for Jack. Jack has zero reaction to this
Do I have my
situation.
weapon?
You do have your
Wanna react
weapon.
to it?
You brought it with you, and you step out onto the deck of the street, and he says, "Gentlemen, welcome to my employ. Tomorrow we will be running ourselves down to the ranch, and we will be making them a very special offer. Tonight, our new associate Zeke here, well, he's gonna go there and he's just gonna watch for a little while. What do you think, Zeke?"
When you say everybody reacts except for Jack, am I reacting to it?
No.
Okay.
You're just sort of
Well,
witnessing this whole thing, like everyone sort of locksteps and like seems like they are zoned out entirely on Phelps. He says, points you down the road to the ranch. Your friends are there. Might be a good time for you to find them, and we'll see you in the morning after you've had a little conversation with them. How does that sound?
kind of fairly reasonable, sir. Doesn't seem like I have just a whole hell of a lot of choice here.
Oh, you can turn around and walk away, and I can deal with the whole situation on my own. You are by no means enraptured. You mean not much to me, sir. To be quite honest with you, but you seem like you might be useful in this situation. And to be honest with you, well, something about your friends intrigues me, so I am quite interested in them to figure out what exactly Hellstrom wants with them so badly. It's quite interesting to me.
Interesting. All right. Well, I guess I'll be on my way.
Okay. So we're gonna cut as Zeke heads out into the now dark, heading towards the ranch. And everyone in this town is stop and gives like a like real like robotic wave as you walk down in sort of like unison.
Right.
And we will cut there and we will take a small break.
Oh,
All
shit's
right.
getting creepy.
Yeah, what just happened?
What just happened is everyone seems to be under Mr. Phelps' control in one way or another.
Well, I don't like that.
I
I don't like Mr. Phelps.
don't
Good
particularly
call.
like him either.
Good call.
Just
Oh,
let
neither
me
but
I
I
think
don't know.
know.
I think Mr. Phelps needs to get got, if you know what I'm saying.
And we're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone got their PP out. Did everyone get their PPs out?
Oh,
Yep.
totally got
Yes, I
papers
did.
out.
My PP's still out.
Oh my god.
Okay. So we are going. We're going to move back to our main group here, and we're going to pick them up where we left them last. Where we left them last was also in a bit of a pickle here. So we got Bucky. He is currently in the quarantine cabin with a few other souls in here who are sick. He has just dosed Javier with some ghost gas that he got from Doc, and Javier had woken up. Camilla spotted somebody escaping from the non-quarantine area and sneaking out into the night. So Camilla took off after them, leaving Doc alone on watch. And Doc just got a strange sensation from his ghost gas, sort of a knocking, pinging, like ting, 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 like something knocking inside your canister wants out.
Little pig, let me out.
Free, little buddy.
Tink, 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 tink,
Oh, hold on. Let me open the lid.
tink, tink, tink.
I can like barely hear Stormy.
Okay.
Sorry, I had the thing rotated up.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I
So
can hear
do
you.
you let him out? Do you let it out?
Yes.
Okay. You turn the thing, and a little bit of gas comes out, and at first it just sort of hangs there in a shapeless sort of form, and then it and then it starts to take a bit more of a shape, and it looks a bit like a beetle, probably about the size of a tennis ball, and it flutters around your head for a little bit, and then like in front of your face, like trying to get your attention in like a very "hey, listen" type way, and then it starts to flutter away.
I follow it.
You follow okay. It's going for a little while, and so Doc follows this gas beetle into the night, leaving Bucky unguarded, along with Camilla, who is currently chasing this shadowy figure through the dark. And Camilla, I want you to give me what you got here. Is there a tracking? There.
So
Say, I guess give me a notice roll.
Shit. Okay.
5 and then a 2 on the fade.
So when you had gotten to the edge of the cabin here, you sort of lost track because this person went around in a way to like obscure their vision of you. Take a moment here to sort of pick up the trail, and you do find a set of footprints in the dust leading out into the dark. It is luckily, a fairly moon-filled night, so it's not super hard to track as long as you're paying attention. But you do have to take it a little slow, and this person's got a lead on you, so it's going to take you a minute to catch up to them. But you are on it. You know where they're going. You know how to find them. We'll come back to you in just a second. We're going to go to Bucky. Bucky, you fed Javier some ghost gas.
Mm-hmm.
Javier's eyes shot open,
Mm-hmm.
and then he takes a big, deep breath, and then he holds it, and he starts seizing.
Oh
What do you do,
shit.
Bucky? He's seizing out. He's foaming at the mouth.
I don't know what to do. I panic. I gas him again.
You know, you
Thanks.
used. I think you only had one dose of it, so you don't have any more gas.
Again.
I don't know. I run out of the tent because I need to get the
Okay.
dog because I don't know what's happening.
All right. So you make the move, and then he suddenly stops seizing. You get a few steps away, he suddenly stops, and you pause, and you turn around, and he is laying there completely still. He still has this the foam all around his mouth, but
Yeah.
and you sort of watch for a second. Is he gonna take a breath? Is he still alive? And then gives a big I actually made myself cough there. Hold on. Okay. Gives a big inhale, a little cough, and then spits something up onto his shirt, and then passes back out.
What's on his shirt?
A little tiny wriggling wormy thing, smaller than the one that was pulled out of the cow, but very similar in structure. And it wriggles there for a second and writhes there for a second, and then dies. Sort of stops. So Javier is a bit of a mess, but you look him over real quick, and he seems to be breathing fine. You feel like if you can clean him up real quick, there's a chance that nobody would notice you're here.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Give me. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll then, just to see how stealthily you can get him cleaned up. How will you do it hiding your affront to God?
Yeah. I got an 8 and the 1 on the face.
Right, that's a success with a raise. Nobody would even know you're here. There's some crud on his shirt, and you eventually just decide to take the shirt off. You cut it off of him, You figure you'll have to hope that he didn't remember going to sleep without his shirt, but you feel like you're pretty confident that you've covered your tracks here.
Well,
And
where'd the
you
worm go? If I cut his shirt off, it wasn't the worm on
oh
top of his shirt.
yeah, what do you want to do with the worm? I was going to ask you.
Can I pocket it?
Yeah, I'd say you put it in the little vial that you had the gas in.
Okay.
Okay. You pop it in there and put the lid on it, and then your stealth roll is good enough that you do make it outside, and Camilla and Doc are gone.
Great.
And you look around for a second, and you hear something. You hear, Bucky, Bucky,
What
Bucky.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, because as far as you know, nobody knows your name here.
I don't trust that at all.
Bucky, give me a notice roll.
Hey, quick question, Cage.
I got a
Yeah.
4 on the 6 on the fate.
4 and a 6. Okay. What's up, Laura?
Those one posters that folks showed me earlier, did they have their names on them?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they had Camilla, Bucky, and what's your real name, Doc? Richard Hennessy? Rick Hennessy? And Doc's does not actually. Doc's has just Doc Hennessy, so it doesn't have his first name, but the other two has Bucky and Camilla. Camilla's poster did not have her last name on it, and Bucky, I don't think he even has a last name, so it would
Don't
be
have a last name. I'm
it
like
would
an
be
orphan.
Buchanan actually on his the proper name.
Okay. All right.
So what did you roll, BB? I'm sorry.
I rolled a 4 and a 6 on the fate.
Okay, that's a success. You're looking around and something sort of off the trail, a little bit separated from like the main course, maybe over by we'll say over by where the cows are milked. You see this shadowy figure standing there, and he's waving at you. Bucky, it's me. Bucky, it's Jimmy. Bucky,
Bucky, it's what?
it's Jimmy. Bucky,
Oh shit.
found you, Bucky. And
Oh,
the
no.
shadowy figure steps out of the shadow,
No.
and you see this bloated face, the way you remembered him when he died, bloated and purple. Bucky, I've come back. I'm
Oh
here.
god.
Bucky. They're calling for you, Bucky.
I'm horrified.
And you hear as he's stepping out, you hear that classic rattlesnake sound every time he walks. And he's just slowly making his way towards you. What do you do?
Well, if I'm
Making
gonna
my
be
way
real
to-
honest here, I pee my pants a little bit.
Bucky,
This is scaring the shit out of me.
I've
I'm
come to
frozen
give you
with
a message.
terror.
And he's holding his hands out towards you, Bucky. Bucky, I've come with a message. The servitors,
What?
Bucky. The servitors have their eyes on us. We've died 1,000 deaths, and we'll die 1,000 more.
Oh shit. Once I unfreeze from my terror, can I run?
Give me a spirit roll. This is a fear check.
Oh, God.
Okay. I got a 5 and a 5 on the fate.
Ooh,
5 and
good
a
roll.
5 on the fate. Okay, so you do manage to break your shaken condition, and you bolt, and you turn to run, away. I guess I haven't really established what the directions are, but you're running, but you still hear the Bucky, don't run, Bucky, don't run. You need to join us, Bucky. There's a seat at the table for you, Bucky. Don't run. As Bucky runs into the night. Let's see. We're gonna pop back
With wet pants.
with wet pants. Camilla, you are tracking this person here, and it seems like after a few minutes, this person sort of slowed down. Maybe they felt like they were confident they weren't being followed for one reason or another, and then you spot them heading up over a low ridge. You feel like you can catch up to them pretty quick, or you can watch them and see what they're doing. How do you want to handle that?
Get closer, but like cautiously. Try and
Mm-hmm.
stay hidden. Like they think I'm not there. Let's let them think that.
Give me a stealth roll.
Got it. Okay. Okay, where are you? A 5 on that, and then a 6 on the fake.
Okay. So that's pretty stealthy. You managed to sneak up on in this person. See if you can identify him. Give me a notice roll.
Ooh.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I hope so. That's the goal.
Ah, that's a D4, man. That sucks.
Oh no, that threw me.
Oh,
Threw me
4 though.
fun in more than one
I get to
way.
roll that again. Okay, 4 and a. Oh, so that's 8, and then a D6, and then fucking 4 on the fake. So an
Wait.
8 and a 4.
Okay. So that is a success. You notice this person is Bodie Hauser.
Bodie House. Oh my, not Bodie.
Did Bodie die?
Nope.
Oh,
Bodie's that guy that had relationship
that's what I
issues.
thought.
Yeah, is one person that's been friendly with you guys. Well, not the one person that's been friendly, but the one person you guys actually interacted with for too much.
I'm still
Yeah.
suspicious because weird stuff comes out at night here, well, from what people have said.
Weird stuff
What
does
you've
come out at night.
experienced.
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to get us to stay in. I wonder why. Okay.
Mhm.
So I know it's Bodie. What's Bodie
Okay.
doing?
Bodie is he's approaching a small stream, and he's pulling something out of a pack he's got here. It looks like some cloth, and he's washing it in the stream. And he looks up every once in a while. But your stealth roll was decent enough that he hasn't noticed you yet. And he takes this out and wrings this cloth out and lays it out on the shore of the stream here. And then he pulls some sort of small creature, maybe rat or a cat or a mole or some sort of small rodent. And he sets it on this cloth, and he pulls out a
Not a
knife
cat.
and he stabs it and opens it up and starts pulling things out of it.
The fuck?
What do you do, Blue? You're gonna be at this for a second. What do you do?
It's very weird. But I know that we're in the middle of a heist right now. So I'm gonna let Bodie do what Bodie's gonna do.
You're not gonna interrupt
I know
me?
where I'm at. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go talk to Doc and them about it. I'm gonna go check back with
Okay.
with the boys, make sure they're okay, because we are in the middle of a fucking heist. And I've been worrying about them. I was like, all right, I wanted to see what was going on. I now know it's Bodie, and I know it's something fishy. I can always go back up to that lake afterward, or that river afterward, to see what's going on.
Okay. We're gonna cut back to Doc. Doc, you're following this beetle. Is there any point you would not attempt to not follow this beetle, or in any way deviate from the path that the beetle is leading you? Is that a thing that you would do, or are you pretty locked into whatever this thing wants to show you?
No, I'm learning to trust the gas.
Okay. So this little gas beetle, it's buzzing out, and you realize after about 10 to 15 minutes of following this thing, you're heading in the same direction that you guys headed the other day when you went to see the spiders.
Oh no.
Uh,
Not the fucking spiders, the dog
and
spiders.
after about an hour or so, you do see in the moonlight this little copse of trees that you were at earlier today. Or was that yesterday? Sometime recently. Um, do you follow it into this copse of trees?
Well, it's come too far to turn back now.
Okay. So you can sense the spiders all around you as you follow the path of this beetle. And you can sense the things inside of the spiders as well. The things that are like the thing that this beetle was made from. Give me a weird science roll as you begin to sort of put pieces together.
He could sense what the spiders are made of?
He has
That's a 7.
7. Okay. So what you can deduce is that something put these spiders here, and it is somehow something did something to the spiders to make them like they are and put them here, and it is somehow related to the bugs, but indirectly. They're not the same species. They're not the same thing, but whatever was done to these spiders, something similar was done to these beetles. And the little beetle sort of buzzes around, and then it lands on this little bundle of web. You probably got a knife on you,
Yeah.
He's a doctor.
and it's just flicking its wings and sort of like at you expectantly.
Take my knife out and go start cutting the web.
You cut it open to find the desiccated corpse of Nancy, drained of all her fluids. And as you reveal its face, the beetle warps its way down its nasal
Poor
cavity.
Nancy, that bitch.
Did you say
Uh,
nasal cavity?
Yeah, it just sort of slurps its way into like her nose and mouth. It was a beetle made of like loosely solid gas, and it regasifies and goes up into its lungs and thing, and then it looks at you expectantly.
Well, hello there. You got a body.
Wow.
And it's
That's
you finish cutting it out, I imagine, and it stands up and just kind of looks at you.
well, this is gonna be tough to explain.
What are you gonna do with her?
Well, come on, let's go back to camp.
She follows you. Sort of, she's pretty slow, so it's going to take you longer to get back to camp than it took you to get out of here. But we're going to turn back the clocks a little bit because this is happening a little while after. Bucky is currently running screaming into the night here. Bucky, give me just a here. I guess give me a vigor roll.
All right. I got a 1 and a 3 on the fate.
Okay, so you're running, and after a little while, you have to stop because you're out of breath. And you feel like you may have lost. You haven't heard Jimmy's voice in a little bit, but now you've you had a moment to collect your thoughts, and you look up and you realize that you are in a familiar place. You're somewhere between that copse of trees and the main camp. What do you want to do now?
Um.
Give me a notice roll.
Okay. 6 and a 4 on the fate.
6 and a 4 on the fate. You sort of look around a little bit and you realize where you are, and then you look down and you see a set of footprints leading to the copse of trees. I don't know if if you would recognize them necessarily as Doc's footprints, but as far as you know, your friends are the only ones up and around at this point, other than a potential zombie.
Yeah, like they're footprints made by a living, breathing
Yeah.
human.
Yeah, these are not like shuffly or weird or anything. So do you want
I
to follow
will
the
follow.
footprint? Okay. You follow the
Yeah.
footprints. And why don't you give me opposed notice rolls, Doc and BB, to see who notices who first?
They just scare the shit out of each other.
I got a 2 and a 2 on the fate.
2 and a 2 on the fate, Doc.
Get that out of the way now.
I got a 1 and a 5 on the fate.
Okay. So Doc, you
God, get it.
notice Bucky first. Bucky, I imagine you probably look a little spooked. Doc, you've got this thing sort of falling behind you, doing this. Following just sort of behind you, completely skeletal. But you notice Bucky walking along towards your direction. How do you get Bucky's attention? Or
Okay.
do you? Or
No, definitely get Bucky's attention.
Bucky.
Bucky.
You hear
That's
another.
not gonna creep her out at all, or him
I was
out
about to
at all.
say,
You hear another
I
voice
have-
whispering at you from the darkness, Bucky.
my bladder is empty, otherwise I would have peed myself again. I am freaked the fuck out.
I'm having so much fun right now. But then a second later you notice Doc there, and then a second after that you notice what is following Doc. Give me another spirit roll.
God damn it.
Not you, Doc. Bucky.
I know.
I got a 5 and a 1 on the fate.
That is a success. You are not mechanically frightened, but you do see the corpse of Nancy. You recognize it, even though it's a little very desiccated and dried out. Walking behind Doc, just following him, and Doc does not seem to care.
Doc, do you realize you have a zombie behind you?
Look, I can explain everything.
I can explain
Well, I'm
everything.
sure the hell hope you can.
No.
because Jimmy was just coming.
I
What?
literally cannot move on until I hear what this explanation is.
I was about to say, I hope you have some good explanation because Jimmy, who had been dead and gone and left behind and bitten by a rattlesnake, and I buried him myself. Came back to life.
Okay, maybe I can't explain everything, but I can explain her.
Okay, well, what the hell happened? Because I was running for my life from Jimmy, and I still don't know if that was real or not. I'm pretty sure it was because my pants are still wet from me peeing myself.
This is like a temporary zombification. Okay, this is only temporary.
Temporary.
Are you telling me Nancy has to die twice? Not that it matters much to me because I didn't care the first time she died.
I mean,
We gotta
not
kill Nancy.
no, because what's keeping her alive right now isn't technically alive. So
Well,
she's
what
not
is it?
alive. It's really difficult to explain.
Just
I-
explain it. I've already seen weird shit tonight.
It's my gas, man.
Oh, how did it bring her back to life? How'd you get down here? Tell me what happened.
I kind of walked.
Okay, what
I don't
brought
know.
you out here?
A feeling.
Just a feeling.
What brought you out here?
Your footsteps. I was running from a zombie. I had nowhere else to turn, and you guys left your posts, left me high and dry with
So
the
there's
cook
another
over
zombie.
there. I'm trying to reanimate. Bring
So
him,
there's-
or not reanimate, to save his life.
There's another zombie. Wait, what?
Okay, I need to see this other
bit.
zombie.
Okay,
Well,
and
he
we're
was
gonna
in
cut.
between life and death.
We're gonna cut there, and we're gonna go back to Camilla. Camilla, you said you're heading back to where you left everyone, and nobody's there.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like, well, it's time to start tracking. Where the hell did they go?
Give me a notice roll.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
That is a 3 and a 6 on the fate.
As you're casting around trying to figure out where everyone went, doing the whole what is it? That one meme from Pulp Fiction where like he's like looking around. Anyways, You do see a
I know
figure
what you're talking about.
near the entrance to the ranch. Looks like it is crossing the entrance to the ranch. How do you wish to engage this situation?
What is it over by the?
Somebody is entering the near the entrance to the ranch, coming up towards the main thoroughfare of the ranch area.
And I don't recognize these people.
You can't make out any details at this point. It's just
I'm
one
gonna
person.
kind of go into the shadows a little bit. I'm trying to find Bucky and
Okay.
freaking Doc.
Give me a stealth roll.
Oh shit! Oh god, stealth. Okay, Jesus. Ooh, 3 and a 3.
Would you like to spend a penny?
I would love. Oh, I have them. Yeah, I'd love to spend a penny. I got 2 left. There we go. All right, there we go. That's a 4. Oh, where'd it go? And a 2 on the fate.
Okay. Zeke, give me a notice roll.
Oh, that's not good. 1 6 on fate.
Okay. You spots as you are entering this ranch. You've been walking for a little bit here. I don't know. Maybe you. How are you entering the ranch? I know I said that you were just walking in, but are you like what is your goal here once you get here?
Well, I'm trying to find a friend, so but
Right.
I don't
You
know. I'm trying
notice.
to make sure I'm not being followed too. So.
Okay. As you're entering, you notice a shadowy figure like dart into the shadows nearby a building, and seems like you may have been spotted.
Yeah, well, I
Right.
wasn't really trying to hide, but I ain't coming
Camilla,
with a gun.
you feel like you are pretty well hidden from this character. What would you like to do?
He
Uh,
feels like he's been spotted.
you you can't quite glean anything from him at this point. He can't quite glean anything from you at this point. But you do
I think
see
I'm gonna.
him sort of walking up the drive to the main area.
I was kind of at the. What was it like? It was the quarantine section, was they were
Yeah.
calling it, right? Yeah.
We'll say you're
So
over
I'm gonna
by
say I
the.
walk around back that where he's kind of heading up there, and I'll pop out behind him when he walks past and be like, "Excuse me, sir, you seem lost, and I haven't seen you around here."
Round gun drawn. Like, who's a
And you recognize Camilla, and you recognize Zeke.
Hi, are you dead? Because we've seen some shit.
You ain't
Granted,
seen
I don't
none of
know.
this shit.
I ain't seen that shit. Yeah, I know. I was like, hold on, I'm breaking the walls here. Hold on. Hey, dude, we thought we lost you.
Oh, I've been trying to find y'all for what, a month now.
Oh, I know. We've been hiding out, man. We've been hiding out
What
here. By
the
the way, don't be calling me Camilla here. I'm Shay here. All right.
shade? Okay.
Yeah. What's your alias right now?
Going with Jesse Baker.
Jesse Baker. Okay, gotcha. Got it right now. Gotcha. All right. I'm trying to find Doc and Bucky though, because
Damn
we
it!
were trying to pull something and some shit's going down, man.
What the hell is going on around here?
Dude, we have not any idea. You should see the cows and the food and the worms, and
Uh,
I don't know, man. We're gonna find Doc and he'll explain more to you.
All right.
But
Well,
right now, my little that boy I got to protect's kind of missing, so we need to find his ass. And you might want to stick with me because nobody else knows you here, and I got
right.
some respect and some pull right now.
Hell yeah.
So let's go.
All right.
Um. All right. Well, then I'll just bring everyone together here as Doc and Bucky and the reanimated, desiccated corpse of oh god, what was her fucking name?
Nancy.
Nancy.
Andy.
Nancy. Wander back in, and I will just say that you guys spot each other. Outside of the lab that you guys had set up last session, the little like
Okay.
shed that Bill's letting you use. Doc, you see Zeke, and Doc and Bucky, you see Zeke here. You guys have not seen Zeke since before the big job.
To be honest, I'm so weirded out. I'm not sure if I've seen Zeke right at this point in time.
Hey,
I'm
Doc.
happy to see my friend, but I don't know if he's undead or not.
That's
I'll put it that way. Especially after what happened with Jimmy.
I feel like there's an elephant in the room that nobody's addressing right now.
We
That
don't
ain't
care
the
about
first fucking
Nancy.
thing I've seen tonight.
the fact that Doc's got like a float, like a zombie around him.
Well, he explained it to me, but I honestly didn't really quite understand. He just said he had a feeling, and then now Nancy came back to life, so I'll let him explain further.
Don't mind Nancy. Just
My
ignore Nancy.
Nancy. Ignore
yeah.
fancy Nancy.
To be honest,
Nancy,
I
why,
kind of
why
like
don't
her
you
like
why
this.
don't you go wait over there out of sight?
She was kind of annoying alive. She's a little bit better this way. Might be an improvement.
You're savage as fuck, baby.
She doesn't move. You tell her to move, and she just sort of stands there.
Hey,
I
go
was
on,
wondering
get
if that would be the case.
It seems like she likes to maintain about a 5-foot distance from you at most.
Duly noted.
she don't like getting far away.
So you got
Um,
someone undead following you. Believe it or not, that's not the weirdest thing I've seen tonight.
Oh, I bet, hon. We've seen a lot of shit down here.
At this point, I imagine you guys probably would have moved it into the shed to sort of discuss. So, you guys have some stories to swap here. Who wants to swap a story first?
Well, first
Well,
off, what are y'all calling
so
yourself? I know some
Yeah,
other
that's
stories.
first thing.
Code names, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what are our aliases? Everybody?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Does
sure
nobody
everyone
remember
remembers.
their alias?
I've got it written down somewhere. I'm still
Let's see.
frightened. Okay, my
BB
pants are
is
wet over
Brian
here.
Broswell. Sean is Rickon Broswell. I am Shay
Boswell.
O'Brien. Boswell. Sorry, yes, not Bros. There's no O-R there. I put it there
I
because
also
I'm a
believe it's
country
Byron.
bumpkin.
Yeah, I'm
Shut up, I
Byron.
can't
yeah, it's Byron.
spell. Byron. Put a little accented twat on there. Okay, got it.
Dis-toi.
Byron.
And what was Stormy's character?
Storms is Rickon. Rickon?
Rickon.
Rick and Boswell.
Boswell. And I'm a hired gun to help keep the boys safe. and I'm Shay O'Brien.
Well, that may work around here, but they know who you are in town.
Kind of figured.
Uh,
That's why we've
well,
been staying here.
so by the name of Phelps had some one posters and had all your pictures on there and your names.
Well,
oh, goody.
that complicates matters.
That complicates a lot of things.
Another note. I don't know if I stressed it, but those wanted posters were not like public wanted posters. They would be like internal Hellstrom Industries wanted posters, printed by Hellstrom, not passed out to the public. So they would have the little like insignia on there.
Okay. Well, it was through the railroad. Wasn't the one we were robbing though.
No,
Sorry.
but it does raise a flag that they're still looking or on the lookout for us specifically. We thought we had lost that trail.
Doc Hellstrom, just to remind you, is sort of the main antagonist to a portion of your backstory. Well, just making sure we reestablish that real quick so that we know. All right, so carry on.
That was it.
Okay. So you guys want to take some time and share exactly what went down in town, that whole situation, and
Yeah.
explain the deal that Phelps made to you and your crew to help him take over this area to potentially relieve some of your wantedness, plus a potential payout. Do you show them the vial?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, I was hoping so. I was like, oh, I want Doc to look at that.
Exactly what I was thinking. It's like,
Uh-uh.
mm.
This is a great team we got. We needed a fourth.
Well, what have we here?
Doc's mouth salivating.
I
Ooh, what does
stopped
his spirit
undressing.
do? What does Nancy do? Does she react?
Well, that's a very good question because, well, it depends. Doc, what do you do with this vial? This it's got a stopper on it. What are you doing with it when it's handed over to you?
I don't think you should open that, dog.
No. This'll private experimentation.
Uh, then nothing. Nancy doesn't react to it. But yeah, basically the job is to slip that into Mr. Sutter's drink or food, somehow get him to imbibe it. And additionally, if you guys can do whatever you can to ensure that Bill is willing to buy to sell out to Mr. Phelps, then he's gonna have some big rewards for you there. So
That's a mystery.
that is uh, that is Zeke's story. Do you guys want to because you guys had the benefit of being here for Zeke's story. Do you guys want to sort of give him a rundown of what's been going on at the ranch here?
Oh, let's see.
There's been so much. Where do we
Nancy,
even start?
the dog
Well,
spiders, the
okay, so
carrots.
pretty much everyone and everything here is infected somehow. Like
Hey,
the cows and the people both have worms.
huh.
Oh, Bucky, did you
Um,
tell them about what happened with Javier?
Oh
Oh
yeah, and I
yeah.
take my worm out of my pocket and I show him.
the specimen's much smaller.
Yes, much smaller. Also, it is dead. Is already dead by the time she corked it up.
And I believe Javier will be okay. He did have a bit of a fit when the worm made its way out of his system, but I think he's okay now.
This gas is more and more intriguing every day.
Okay. Yeah. You guys share the whole story with him. So, what's the plan? What are you guys going to do? You want to talk about because you know that Phelps is going to be arriving in the morning. That's something that he said he's going to arrive with an offer for Bill sometime in the morning. So, if you guys want to take a plan, or if you guys want to leave it here and potentially set up some sort of heist situation, heist scenario for the beginning of next session.
Well, I personally think that we should do something about these bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody's mentioned the bonds to Zeke yet. I don't know if he knows anything about the bonds.
They're a little
By the
bit
way, Zink,
wet.
we're sitting on, let's see, about what we said $3,000 is what they were back
$3,000
then.
worth of bonds. Bucky was the last one to
I
carry them. Bucky, give me a
I
notice roll.
Bucking.
was gonna say something.
Sorry.
That's okay. 3 and a 6 on the fate.
Okay. What were you gonna say real quick before I give you the result?
Since I had to have them on my person, I pulled them out of my pants and slapped the soggy notes down on the table
So
since they got a little bit wet.
you go to pull the notes out of your pants, and your hand goes down into your pocket, and then it goes down past out of the hole in your pocket.
What?
The bonds are gone.
Why?
There's a hole in your pocket.
Has that always
Huh?
Has that always been there?
Not to your knowledge.
Something's eating a hole in my clothes.
Yeah, it does look like there's some bite marks, some shoe marks in your pants here, or wherever you were keeping them. It seems like maybe during your flight, they might have torn open and gotten loose and ran, and perhaps maybe you didn't
Guys,
roll super well
we
on
gotta
a
go back.
specific notice roll.
We lost the money.
And I think that's where we're gonna leave it for tonight.
Bam! Cliffhanger. Like
Son
it,
of a
leave 'em wanting.
biscuit.
You burn the damn thing anyway.
Maybe we weren't meant to have the money.
at this point, I was looking to get rid of them before they got us hemmed up. So
All right, as long as you guys aren't mad at me.
A lot of
Oh,
crazy
it's
shit's
fine
been going on.
before somebody else does.
I'm giving you a stern look, boy. No.
Hey, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I will say though that I am worried about Jimmy coming back.
So who's got the bonds now? Keep
The
your
other
eye
thing we-
out.
the other
Becky.
thing we
Jimmy
got to
might
worry
have
about
them.
is if
Jimmy's
the
got the
bonds get
bonds.
found.
Yeah.
Brody. I gotta tell him about Brody.
You gonna tell them about
Bodie.
Bodie? Okay.
Bodie. Yeah, I always put an
Okay.
R there. See, I told you I'm bumpkin as fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll say that was part of the exchange here. But I'm not letting you ruin my good cliffhanger here. So,
No, I'm not gonna. No, sorry.
we
Cliffhanger. Leave it. Let's go.
we will thank everyone for coming out tonight. Give me just a moment. Let me see if I can find a raid to target here. Does anybody have anything they want to plug while I'm finding a raid target?
I'm streaming a lot more. Hi, Blue's Glitchy.
Go watch.
Everyone,
Baby,
go follow
okay.
Blues
I'm back.
Glitchy. Laura's back.
Laura's back, baby. Yeah.
Laura's back.
Got Laura Daddy.
Stormy,
Yeah.
I know, has a secret OnlyFans, but he's asked me not to share. If you find it, well, you might have a prize.
Whoa.
You might have.
He's not the only
There's a
one.
bunny rabbit there.
And I am Sage. I do this every other weekend, and I've been streaming other games on the side, there and abouts here. So let's see who's doing some tabletop tonight.
Oh. Hopefully, I stream on Monday and don't die by then. Jesus.
Do you have a sore throat?
I feel like it could be progressing, and it could progress into that. So far, I'm all right.
Oh.
But I'm like day one. We'll see how. I'm taking my vitamins. I've been doing good.
All right,
You
starting a
need to
raid.
rest.
Starting the raid.
Drop that raid message.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Copy the raid in the raid.
Pay for the raid. Let's go. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. Uh-uh.
Uh-oh, hold on.
We are professionals.
Ugh.
Do this at home.
No, we're not.
I can't make cricket sounds.
Why is it not?
Cricket
Why is it
sounds.
not doing it?
If I can get the mic into my kitchen, I got overrun with crickets right now. Yeah, that sounded gross. That's not that bad.
That's my garage, man. We'd have spriggets and crickets like. It's like, what are you doing? Just stop.
I'm already rating the checker. Okay. I guess the raid's just not wanting to work tonight. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Aha.
there we go. Raid successful.
Is it?
Yay.
Yep, successful. Pasting, labeling. We're here.
I did not end up following somehow.